Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has warned countries with troops in Somalia that pulling out would be a big mistake. Uganda and Kenya recently said they are considering withdrawing troops from the African Union mission in the country. Here's more now from CCTV'S Isabel Nakiriya.
Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan was in Uganda for a state visit, urging for global cooperation in bringing peace to Somalia. Erdogan says his government is committed to providing support to victims of terrorism, and it would be wrong to abandon the Somali people now.
I think leaving alone such a country fighting against terrorism at such an extent will be a big mistake. I wouldn't find it to be a right move if the UN has started restraining the budget that is allocated to the efforts of AMISOM in Somalia.
Turkey is the world's biggest humanitarian contributor to the fight against terrorism. In Somalia, Turkey has built much of the infrastructure, including schools, roads, airport. It's pledged to support Uganda fight terrorism. As the African Union battles the Al-Shabaab insurgency, reports indicate that ISIL is already recruiting in East Africa. Experts warn that if Uganda pulls out of Somalia, it could give rise to extremism. Uganda recently announced it's reviewing its mission in Somalia, raising fears that it's considering a pullout. This after the European Union cut a 20% budget funding to the Horn of Africa country. Kenya too has threatened to pull out. But President Museveni says this funding cut will not affect his resolve to fight terrorism.
Really, my concern in Somalia is not whether the European Union funds this or that. My concern in Somalia is for the Somali people to develop an ideology so that those who want to help them, like Turkey and us, we help them to rebuild their state and their institutions, like the armed forces. This is really the bigger issue.
Uganda is the biggest troop contributing country to Somalia, with about 6,000 of its force serving under the African Union mission in the country. Uganda was the first African country to send troops to Somalia to fight the Al-Shabaab militia in 2007. Isabel Nakiriya, CCTV in Entebbe.